Welcome back to the KD Jadhav Indoor Hall. If you're wondering who he was, by the way, he was an Indian wrestler that won a bronze medal in the Summer Olympics of 1952. Up next, women's doubles, top seeds, POLII and RAHAYU taking on CHOW and Lee, the third seeds from Malaysia. Our officials already on court. Here's the women's doubles rankings as far as the race to Guangzhou is concerned. 3 Japanese pairs in that top 8. It is very early days. A couple of South Korean pairs as well. There you see POLII and RAHAYU number 6 currently. So the Malaysians on their way out, join the Indonesians on court. Decent crowd here inside the arena today. Just the one previous meeting, that was the World Championships last year, a comfortable straight game win for POLII and RAHAYU. So once again we have a dignitary there to help with the coin toss.
Okay, let's make a toss. You black and you red. Okay. Black. Side. And you choose serve or receive? Serve. Who is serve? This off, receive, Malaysia.
Thank you, Oliver, thank you.
POLII and RAHAYU have been pretty good all week. A couple of nervous moments in the second game of their semi-final yesterday. 31 now, Grace for POLII. She actually was national women's doubles champion in 2003, 16 years ago. That's been as high as 2 on the ranking, still ranks at number 5. And a whole load of medals on the sideboard, including a couple of World Championship bronzes and an Asian Games gold. And her partner, Priyani RAHAYU, in 11 years, POLII's junior. They are the reigning champions here, one of 2 titles they won last year. The Thai Open was the other one. And both Super 500 events. Their path to this final Mentioned yesterday they had a bit of a scare in the second game against Harrison Kasuma, but then, as you can see, it trounced them 21-5 in the decider. Other than that, it's been fairly straightforward for them all week. Maybe you can fill us in, Steen, on the way that Chow and Lee are playing. Seeded 3, so kind of surpassed expectations to a degree to get to this final.
Yeah, they did well in the semi-final against Kittiharakun and Prajongjai, where they were 1 game down and 14-19 down in the second, but then took 7 straight points to come back and eventually win the 3rd game and qualify for this final here. So that's a good accomplishment for CHOW and Lee, no doubt about it. You normally see Lee working the back court and CHOW trying to put it away on the front court.
Lee, 1 year. In fact, they're both the same age. In fact, that's how they. Well, that's that match that Steen was telling about, that semi-final. They were also taken to 3 games in the first round by the Hong Kong pair. And that semi-final yesterday, an hour plus. Kang Sun-young from Korea is our umpire. Tinder Sabawal is our service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Lee Ming-in and Chow Mei-kwan, Malaysia. And on my left, POLII and Apriyani RAHAYU, Indonesia. Lee Ming-in to serve to POLII, double play.
Good first rally to start out with here. 27 shots. Almost assure you that it's not going to be the longest of the match.
A great decision by RAHAYU to play that, and the net court favouring the Malaysians.
These doubles, of course, normally play longer rallies due to the physicality, relatively the defense, which is much more reliant on technical skills than actual strength and height. The play is much more solid in women's doubles compared to men's doubles. That's why we normally see quite a bit longer rallies in women's doubles. Just to reiterate the weather report, as we see Eng Hian, the former Indonesian men's doubles player, now women's doubles coach in the picture. RAHAYU and POLII, they play up against the drift at the moment from this near side of the court here, and then there's some sideways drift from right to left. mean that POLII and RAHAYU are having a tougher task killing their attack here in the first game than CHOW and Lee, who will get some help from playing with the drift. Great example of the sideways drift kicking in there.
Very good at the net, Lee. Won their first title together, these two, way back in 2012 at the Malaysian International. On the side Modi last year in India.
Yeah, I watched that final and thinks that India is happy hunting grounds for the two Malaysians. A victory here, that would be their biggest result ever. Never won a Super 500 tournament before CHOW and Lee.
Only 5'4" up Brianni RAHAYU, but she gets a terrific spring on those jump smashes.
That's well worked. Service for one POLII, who's been known to struggle for years now with her low service.
I'll serve below 1.15 meters.
And the picture there in replay gives you a feeling of how difficult it is for the service judge to correctly judge whether it's all of the shuttle that's below 115 centimeters or a little part of it is at 116. Great control.
Well, there are the little implements that help the service judge decide whether the serve is legal or not. It's got two lines to look through. Seems to work pretty well. RAHAYU again.
Excellent play by Chong Wei-Kwan. Great interception at the net. It's Rosman Razak the Malaysian women's doubles coach. They've been playing quite aggressively, CHOW and Lee, which I think they should. Not an easy task because the defense of RAHAYU and POLII are really, really solid. Great control by CHOW again at the net. Slices that shot a little bit, otherwise it would have definitely gone long.
Yeah, couldn't have placed that any better. Back within a point now.
That's a lift that when you play the final, and played here for 4 or 5 matches, you cannot be satisfied with lifting it that far long without being under pressure. And you've suddenly forgotten that there's drift here.
Well, they'll be happy enough, I guess, having re-established that 3-point advantage. 11-8 at the mid-game interval in favour of the Indonesians.
Left by CHOW. But they had to work really hard.
9, 11.
On the point. With longest rally so far, 49 shots.
Well, it's the right shot, just the wrong execution.
39.
Trying a little bit too much. It's a sign to me that they feel it's tough. Winning in the attack now. There's a service fault called again on POLII.
So that's 2 infringements.
Excellent cross smash from Apriyani RAHAYU. Gets Lee Ming-yen out of balance and creates opportunity for POLII. Perfect play by the Indonesians. Now, where's the variation in the Malaysian attack? We saw that cross smash from RAHAYU work wonders. From CHOW and Lee, it's mostly full power smashes, either to the body or in between the two Indonesian players. But they've got their defense set up, so they're going to work extremely hard for their points. And as happened here, they actually ended up committing a mistake.
50-plus shot rally. I always feel the longer the rally goes on, the more chance the Indonesians are to win the point.
Look at CHOW at the net right now. She's standing close to the net, but she's never, ever returning the shuttle. It's not coming anywhere near her. The defense is way too solid from POLII and RAHAYU. It's so clear what the Malaysian game plan is, but it's not working. Want Lee Ming-yen to work powerful smashes from the backcourt and set CHOW up. The problem is the Indonesian defense is too good. He's simply not capable of setting a partner up, so you've got to change your tactics. That's fantastic play. Solid defense, and then when the defense forces a weak reply from the opponents, then RAHAYU is there with the jump smashes.
Look at the height she gets. I mean, it's phenomenal. Always in complete control of the shot in mid-air.
Game point.
9 game points then for the top seeds. So pretty straightforward as it was in the mixed doubles final, 21 points to 11.
21-11.
18 minutes gone in this final and the Indonesians firmly in charge.
Seconds. 20 seconds. Second game, low ball, play.
Almost an attacking defensive shot from RAHAYU.
Yeah, it is. It's a really, really good shot.
1 love.
Oh, nice deception by Lee.
1 all.
Again, there gets counter-attacked to Malaysians.
1.
Lift a little bit too short, a little bit too flat. Always a good thing to target the player moving backwards from the net position.
Yeah, nice angle.
And you can see the Indonesians are, in the beginning of the second game, capable of getting the net player involved.
That's over.
Oi, confusion.
Service over. 4-2.
A little bit unlucky, it got deflected by the net court, the shot from CHOW. Well played.
The only danger there was getting hit by the shuttle. She was about 2.5–3 meters off the court.
Yeah, and those of you who were with us yesterday watching PB Sindhu, that happened to her on the back court. She was hit by the shuttle. Couldn't get out of the way.
Service over. 5-3.
I don't know if you noticed there, but in the defense, when POLII was absolutely certain that she could not retrieve the drop shot, she was sort of like helping her partner, sort of kicking her, a shadow kick with the left leg. So come on, get it.
These backseat drivers. Another 40+ shot rally. Missed it.
5-all.
It shows how severe the sideways drift is.
Service over. 6-5.
I mean, she's in a good position there. Lee, it was the same in the first game when she had a lift mid-court. She chose to play the drop shot. That's where you should play the smash. Use the drop shots as deception when you're on the back court, when the chance of attacking and being successful is small. Then you can mix it up with the drop shots. It's on mid-court. Full power smashes, please. Difference compared to the first game where we saw the Malaysian offense against the Indonesian defense. Now we see it the other way around, the Indonesian offense versus the Malaysian defense, and the Indonesians are much more capable of involving the net player there, faster on their feet as well.
Well, great teamwork set up by POLII, finished by RAHAYU, and it's looking a little ominous now for the Malaysian pair. Oh, full credit for trying something a bit different. Come off though.
RAHAYU tried to play the drift a little bit too much there. Wanted to aim outside the line, but it stayed outside.
Good little spell this for the Malaysian pair. 10-6, they looked in serious trouble, but right back in this second game now. Nonetheless, it's a 2-point lead at the mid-game interval for POLII and RAHAYU.
Excellent play. Really, really well constructed attack from Lee and CHOW. Hitting that inner sight line there on the left side of the court makes it really difficult to defend, because you can't just defend straight. There's too big a risk that the drift, the sideways drift, will take it and take it wide. Looking forward to see whether that's planned from Lee and CHOW. Well left.
Well, now would be a really good time for CHOW and Lee to assert in this match. Not together in game 2. Good leave.
Challenge.
Challenge called out.
It's going to be a challenge, no matter what the call was there from the linesman, I think. I think these two would need it most to continue the momentum, the small momentum that it built.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 12-11 play.
Surprising miss from POLII.
Service over. 12 all.
This is smart.
A hint of confusion at one point, but
Yeah.
made light of it. Yours? No, mine? Yours? Okay, doesn't matter.
Oh, what a fantastic defense. Unfortunately, we've got some problems here with the speaker system, creating quite a significant noise. Very annoying for the players when it's sort of like odd noises that are coming. They're used to playing in Stars and Iron and other arenas where there's a lot of noise that doesn't bother them, but some strange noises that they can't recognize. That's annoying when they're playing.
That's over. 14-13.
And they're staying in it, Lee and CHOW.
14 all.
Seems like more flat smashes is doing some damage to the Indonesians. And a couple of times CHOW play flat smashes.
That's over.
Makes you return at an odd height compared to your body size, and makes it difficult to always get the correct length on it.
Well, you need every bit of good fortune you can get, especially when you're a game down. Looks second favourites for much of that rally. Well, that was definitely going out.
The confusion again. Middle of the court between the two Indonesians.
Terrific rally, and they sneaked ahead now, the Malaysians. It's an absolute brilliant recovery from Chow in the middle of that point. She pretty much lost the balance. Still managed to get to the shuttle somehow, keep it alive, and eventually they won the point.
And they're ahead for the first time in this second game. Rally of the match here. 62 shots.
Play.
Once again, Rahayu steadily, even from close to that back line.
16 all.
Big working range for the agile Rahayu.
Wasn't the best serve in the world, to be fair, was it?
No, CHOW is also struggling with her services, just like POLII. Flicks a lot. Don't necessarily mind people flicking, but there's no pressure on her flicks. It's just a high service to the back court. Great follow-up. I think it touched the floor before she returned it, but anyway, it was
I think
wide.
so.
Yeah, definitely.
No half volleys in this game.
Rahayu just consulting in Hyun. What are we doing here? They've come back strong, Lee and CHOW. Excellent, fantastic move by CHOW.
1970.
Well, that is an absolute gift. If they go on to lose this particular game and the match, we might look back on that moment.
all. Play on.
Critical point here then. And now they have a point to take us to a decider.
20, game point, 19.
And situations like that where you wish you were a more consistent server. CHOW probably going for a flicker. Ooh, wide.
Oh, the agony.
20 all.
Oh, fantastic save.
Well, the rain looked like it was over about 25 shots ago, but another game point for the Malaysians nonetheless.
21, 20. Gracia, get ready.
Oh, it's in. It's in. Easily too.
That's over. 21 all.
Well, after a first game that finished 21-11, I don't think too many imagined we'd be in for this kind of drama in the second game.
Hot.
Oh, that's a great shot from Lee Ming Yan.
That's over.
Some rallies before she was going to the outer side of Gracia POLII with a cross smash, this time directing it to the outer side of RAHAYU. Great skills by Lee.
Just can't get it done, can they? The Malaysians.
All.
It's taking in by the drift. There's a challenge.
Challenge
always going to be, but it looked to me it might have clipped the line there.
I think so too. I think half of it clipped the line.
What a massive Hawkeye call this is. It's in. And it's match point.
Challenge unsuccessful. Both challenges remaining.
So having saved a couple of game points, can they now convert their first match point, championship point of course. RAHAYU serving. That one is wide.
String was gone in POLII's racket.
Won by a distance, and match point number 2.
24-23.
Oh, that would have gone out, you know. There it is. It was a real battle in that second game, but eventually they've come through. 25-23. Two games that were completely different in nature. First very one-sided, the second a real thriller down to the wire. But the reigning champions have defended their title successfully, although CHOW and Lee can take a lot of pride from the way they improved and the way they made the number 1 seeds fight in that second game.
By POLII and RAHAYU, 21-11, 25-23.
So this is another title that POLII and RAHAYU can add to their Thai Open, Indian Open from last year, French Open before that. 51 minutes in the end of match time, long for a two-game match. That second game on a knife edge for the last probably 10 or 15 minutes.
now proceed to the women's doubles medal ceremony. The women's doubles runners-up, CHOW Ming and Ian, Malaysia.
So silver medals, and they really battle hard in that second game. Chow and Lee. It's not to be for them in the end. Another title for POLII and RAHAYU.
I request Mr. Devinder Singh, Senior Vice President, Badminton Association of India, to do the honor of presenting the bouquets to the winners of the women's doubles. Thank you, sir. May I now request Mr. Nishantiva Jayasinghe, President, Sri Lanka Badminton Association, to present the medals to the winners.
So flowers and medals for winners and runners-up. Then for the winners, a cheque for just over $27,500, $13,300 for the runners-up Chow and
Thank
Lee.
you, sir. May I now request Mr. S. Muralidharan, Vice President, Badminton Association of India, to present the stills to the winners of women's doubles. Thank you, sir. May I now request Mr. K.C.P. Chaudhary, Vice President, Badminton Association of India, to present the mementos to the winners. Thank you, sir. May I now request Mr. Karandhar, Director, Sunrise, India, to present the mock check to the winners.
Players. Just for your information, 27 mental challenge, warm-up time also. And I have working.
The runners-up check, and the winners win the money, obviously, to the
May I
tune
request
of
the dignitaries to join the
$27,650
winners for a
in
brief
US
photograph?
dollars.
Mr. Surinder and Mr. Jayasimhania.
So they've got too much to carry, clearly. Up next, what should be a terrific women's singles final. Intanon against Bing Zhao in a moment.